Shazia Ilmi, I just want to ask you. Ravi Srivastav makes a very sound point when he says, let the investigation take place. Okay, fair enough, let the investigation take place. Then should not Mr. Arvind Kejriwal also have waited till the investigation had taken place before he took the side of Bibhav Kumar? Because a call to the police control room had gone to 112. At the time, Swati Maliwal was still in Arvind Kejriwal's residence. So it had become a police case even at that time. Yet, the passenger manifest shows you that Bibhav Kumar went in the chartered plane with Arvind Kejriwal, excuse me, from Delhi to Lucknow to Amritsar to Mumbai and back to Delhi. All of this happening when he is accompanying the Chief Minister himself. So, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal doesn't care about the investigation. He had picked a side. He had not waited for the investigation, and this incident did not take place somewhere else. It took place in his house. Culpability of the place where it happened also becomes his responsibility. So do you think Mr. Arvind Kejriwal can run away from accountability when he's already picked a side?
Of course he's picked a side, and it's all too obvious. You just see he speaks on the 10th day, and what does he talk about? He makes it sound almost sweet and mellow and says, oh, what can I do? There are two versions, there are two sides. Now, which are the two sides? There's one side of Swati Maliwal, and I want to know more about the interview that Smita has done. I've just seen excerpts of it. And what is she saying? She's saying her videos are being tampered with. They are selectively being leaked. The CCTV footage has been done away with. What is the other side saying? That we'll wait and watch for investigation. But at the same time, the other side, so to speak, or the Bibhav side, they managed to format their phone to ensure that all the details, call log records, FaceTime chats, messages are all done away with, deleted and removed from the system. The CCTV footage that is to be given from the CM house to the Delhi police draws a blank. There is nothing in there. And look at the other side, Swati's side. In this interview, she says categorically, I'm ready for a narco analysis, I'm ready for a polygraph, I'm ready to do whatever it takes. And you see the other side. It's all too obvious. The other side is busy maligning Swati Maliwal, casting aspersions on her motive. Not just that, they said something so crazy, which I don't hold past them at all. You know what they said? They said, oh, thank God. Atishi said, thank God Swati Maliwal only managed to meet Bibhav. Had she managed to meet Arvind Kejriwal, that would have been, you know, completely, all hell would have broken loose because she was planning to kill him. Unki jaan ko khatra hai. I mean, I don't know what's happened to these people, but it's quite sad. And Swati is right when it comes to victim shaming. All of us have been there on the streets of Delhi, December 16, 2012. And we know what all transpired on the streets of Delhi, how we were beaten up. We look at the tear gas shells, the police. So we've been through all of that. And what did we hear? The victim should not have done it. What is being said right now, Navika? She should not have gone in the morning. What was the purpose? So your colleague who's been working with you for 18 years, when you were working in Juggi Jopdis, the slum areas of Sundar Nagri, who has been with you as the oldest member amongst all of them, whether it's the spokespersons or the Rajya Sabha MPs, other colleagues, she has no right to visit the CM. I mean, look at the Lat Sahab, look at the Sultan Sahab of Sheesh Mahal. Because she did not take an appointment and because she barged in, despite having known him for 19 years, Bibhav can beat her up. He can just tell her off. He can, and you know, something has definitely happened and I'm quite sure of it. Forget the fact, forget the BJP, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party angle to it. You know, if you see the two videos, Navika, the interim period is not there. The first part of the video, what has transpired before the events that are captured in the first video, they are not there. She is screaming, she is very angry and agitated. And what do these people say? Look at her, can somebody sit like that? If somebody has been so badly hurt. We all know when you go through any kind of physical abuse, any injury, it's flight or fight. That's a, psychological response. And it takes a while for the bruises to show. It takes a while for the swelling to come in. It takes a while for you to get up and get a sense of. You don't have to start. You don't have to start limping. You don't want to start limping.
Shock
you want
also.
to get out
Shock also sometimes immobilizes you. It takes you time to even collate your thoughts in terms of what has happened, what has not happened. Sometimes you're in shock. But Lokesh Jindal, it's not my case. Swati Maliwal is right, wrong, I don't know. Arvind Kejriwal. The fact is that this violence incident has been reported from the Chief Minister's own drawing room. The lady happens to be an Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha member of Parliament. Now, these are the facts on the table. If there is a call that is made to the Delhi police from the location where Arvind Kejriwal's drawing room is, then I'm sorry, can Mr. Arvind Kejriwal get away by just saying कि कुछ हुआ नहीं था and it's all drama and there are two versions and literally back only just one person? If he was not in that room, how does he believe one person over another person when both of them happen to be from the Aam Aadmi Party? I don't know. I don't know the politics between them. But this incident is said to have taken, and that is the FIR. And the statement of a woman who's a Rajya Sabha member of Parliament and a victim. How can you just wash your hands off and say there are two sides? Of course there are two sides, which is why the police is investigating. But how did the Chief Minister of Delhi pick up a side which was not the victim's side? I want to ask that question.
Navika ji, good evening. See, there is, in fact, a valid point was raised by Shazia Ilmi when she said that there is a fight or flight reaction to such an assault that took place. Now, the very fact that Swati Maliwal dialed the police and the police arrived, that showed that the initial reaction was to fight. And the video whereby she is threatening that person, she is resisting it, that also shows that she was in a fight mode. Subsequently, the police arrives. Now, I do not understand why would a person not lodge a complaint in such a state of mind? I mean, the normal human reaction would be in such an agitated state of mind, the first thing that the person will be doing, right now you take my complaint.
That is not the
right now you take an action, you lodge an FIR.
Not the normal reaction.
But then what happens, this particular case is something opposite. Here the woman, she says that, okay, don't file a complaint. She is very much in her senses. She is not in that agitated mind. And after 3 days, she comes up and she files an FIR. What explains this delay for 3 days? 3 दिन लग गए ये समझने के लिए, ओके फाइन, लॉयर से कंसल्ट किया जाए, अच्छा आपको इस तरह से जाना होगा, या फिर क्या मामला था कि 3 दिनों का डिले हुआ? This is something which is baffling. Had there been no delay, she would have immediately lodged the complaint and she would have proceeded with the due process.